what kind of strategies do you want to master, right? Whether that be exercise, meditation, your sleep, um, yoga and stretching and stuff like that. Cold showers is, a complete game changer for me. Just take one thing at a time. Don't get overwhelmed with trying to do everything at once. Once once you master or feel content with one thing, as you're doing really well in one thing, then you can kind of go on to other things because that'll be ingrained in you by then. So like for me too, I started basically, it was like, um, it was like, I know I gotta exercise, I know I gotta eat well, I know I gotta meditate. Cold showers are great. I didn't really know that too much, a couple of years ago. Um, but like yoga and stretching and stuff like that too. I'm like, all right, I know I got to do all this. I know that helps. I know, but I haven't really been doing that. I wasn't committed to that. So being able to choose one, go after that first. Either though I'm like working on all of them, but one I master before the others, right? So if let's say you take on a bunch of stuff, one you don't master all of them at once, right? You master one at a time. You get really good at one thing before you're good at another. You're really good at another, right? So like one thing is, I guess, first thing I think I really decided to master, it was kind of like unconsciously, I was like, I know I got to do all these things, but it was kind of like I tried all these things, and the one thing I felt as I was mastering more than the others was my nutrition. So my nutrition was, now looking back at it, was like the first thing I'm content with. I'm you know I the first thing I have more mastery over. I've pushed beyond my small circle of mastery is my nutrition, right? And then it went to, and then I'm like, I trying like meditating and exercising, and then getting into cold showers and yoga and stretching. And I think now then I basically, trying all these things, you don't get all the benefits if you're not really um, committed to that one thing more than anything else, right? So, and I guess I mastered my exercise routine. So first I mastered my nutrition plan, or yeah, my nutrition plan. Then I mastered my exercise routine, and and then I guess then I mastered, because like I've always been kind of like meditating, but I haven't really been too consistent with it. Then I mastered my cold showers. That is oof. That, like I said, was a game changer. And when I realized that, and I mastered that, I can do anything, right? I put myself through the fear of doing that, but then also feeling so much more alive and awake because of that. And that's where I mastered that as well. And then now, I guess, yeah, now, and then I have now, yeah, now I'm like, I still want to do some meditations, whether that be priming, but now it's like doing my stretching and yoga. So now that's what I'm, stretching, yoga, and actually right now it would be breathing exercises, breathing, and then stretching and yoga, and then meditation. And so that's like my list of, things that I didn't really realize was I was going through it like that, but reflecting on that, I was like, oh yeah, that's how that worked. And that's how this process of making passion purposeful allows us to be more aware of that, and allows us to we can even tweak those other processes, right? Um, and so they're sustainable over the long term. So now, once we go through that, once we know why we're doing that, that's the why to being able to, that's a strong why for us to be able to conquer our chronic pain.